Hey guys, how you all doing today? My name's Vic Taylor and welcome to this gameplay, which is actually not part of a series. I'm just going to be talking because I've added up all of my little maths things and I have 16 videos left to post. And what a coincidence, I have 16 videos transferred over to my desktop because I start with triples and I end with good maths, even though my intelligence does suffer slightly at odd intervals. But this is a pretty beast game, I feel. I go 52-8 and I really do enjoy it. I hope you do as well. But for what I'm going to be talking about today, my quite strong and strident views on society, which I always seem to express better when I'm wasted, completely and utterly drunk. Unfortunately, I will not be getting drunk today, either for you or for me, because we don't have any alcohol in the house, which is quite depressing, I'm not going to lie. I'm unhappy about the situation, I'm unhappy about where I'm going in life, and I don't want there to be not alcohol in the house. There was a sentence in there somewhere, don't worry. And don't worry, I don't camp in this building for the entire game either. I'm just securing it while we get B and waiting for backup from my teammates, because as you can see, I have 2 teammates against a full party of 6. So it's slightly harder than you would normally, come to expect. But that's what I'm doing right here, I'm not camping. New people are coming in, we're going to grab B soon, and of course we're going to win, because you rarely see losing gameplays from me. Oh dear, you died, I'm so sorry. But, society. I'm sure you all know the strident disclaimer that I put at the beginning of each of these opinion videos. Basically, it's my opinion, no one else's. Just because I believe it doesn't make it automatically right. If you are offended, I do apologise, but I did not intend to offend you. And please, if you have something to say, positive, negative, or completely neutral about this topic, be respective. Respective? I don't think that's the correct term. Be respectful. It's full, not if. We can get our terminology correct. Be respectful of mine, your own, and other people's opinions, and we should get along fine. Thank you. So, society. I don't like society. I don't know about you, but I think society sucks, not to put too fine a point on it. And I try and be quite intelligent in the way that I express my views, but I don't think there is any greater way that I can put across my distaste with society other than saying it fucking sucks, it bites. What we have as a society only just works. I'm sure a lot of you will disagree with this more than normal, but we have a failing, in theory, society, because a lot of things work in theory, such as communism. Communism, and this is just a little sidetrack, it works in theory. In theory, if everyone is the same, no one can have any disagreements with anyone else. But human nature gets in the way, because humans cannot be the same as other people, whether it be a mental kind of we don't want to be the same, or whether it be something that is actually physical. We cannot be the same as our neighbours, we cannot be the same as other people, we have to be our own individual person, and that is where communism, and I think society as a whole, fails. And don't worry, I'm not supporting communism. That sounded very communistic, but I'm not. Just a little thumbs up to the screen there, I don't support communism. Just getting that out of the way. But society. We are force-fed society's ideals from the moment we are born. The beliefs that you have right now, pick any belief, whether that be a religious one, whether it be the fact, I'm trying to think of another big belief system, I don't know, whether it be something towards your country, your government, whether that be, I don't know, anything really. You can choose any belief, and I can guarantee that 90% of the time, maybe even a higher percentage mark, you won't have got that purely from yourself. You will have got that either from your parents, your friends, television, radio, books, magazines, somewhere in society. Society is instilling beliefs in you from day one. Let's take religion because it's the easiest example that I can think of, and it's the one that I've most discussed in this vein. Your religion is 90% of the time not your choice, because 90% of the people in the world never change their religion. I know that this is not an open and shut case, because some people do change their religion. Some people get born again, though I've never really understood that metaphor. I guess born again Christian is because the whole rising and everything, but I've never really got that analogy. But moving on, because that's not the point. The other 90%, you have been given your religion, whether that be an actual religion or whether that be atheism, because some atheists refer to it as a religion and some people stridently do not. and I don't have an opinion on the matter and I don't want to offend anyone. But that belief system has been input into you by your parents, because when you're a child, you do not have the mental stability or the intelligence level to choose what your religion is. The majority of people, 90% is what I'm talking about here, at least don't. For instance, if I was been born into a Muslim family, I would be Muslim and not Christian. Using that example, how deep does that belief actually go? It is not blood. It is not something that, is instilled into my physical being. It is a belief and a faith system that has been put into me by society, i.e. my parents. So really, is it my belief? Is it my faith? I think that I apologise if you aren't religious, because I might have lost you here, but if anyone who is religious, they have this kind of area in their life, this time where they go out and they think and they consider all that they believe and whether they actually believe it or whether that belief has been put into them by their parents. Because, that whole thing, you might not believe in God, but your parents might, and therefore, you as a child believe in God. You don't get to choose whether you go to church as a child. You don't get to choose, all these things in your life. And moving on to another belief system, whether you support the government, whether you support, I do not know what the parties are called in America, but whether you support Labour or the others over here, that's bad. I believe my parents support Labour, and I think, I honestly am not that deep into politics. I mean, I know what I stand for, but I have no idea what actually the government and the parties running for government stand for, which is probably something extremely bad and something that I should probably rectify, because I can vote next year. But for instance, in America, there's Obama and someone else running for president. I'm so stupid and unintelligent politically, I do apologise. And there's a brain in here somewhere, don't worry. But you would, at childhood, support whoever your parents supported, simply because as a child you believe that your parents are always right. And that's a perfectly logical and fine assumption. Because when you're a kid, your parents, they're awesome, they're amazing. They are the be-all and end-all of your existence. They know everything, they are infallible. And I think that is quite an unfair thing to put on a child. Because if you sent in a person, another triple, like children do in their parents, then the child is obviously going to believe whatever their parents tell them, whether that be forced on them by society, or you cannot get me out. Oh shit, you can't get me out of their balls. Whether that be their own belief or one that has been forced on them by society. That, I feel, is a flaw. And I'm not putting it across well, because I always put it across better when I'm absolutely fucking drunk. But you get the point that I'm trying to make, I'm sure. And that is a quite strong opinion, because I've recently and at the moment have been going through quite a bit about whether I am actually religious. I know that I am religious because I believe in God, but I'm going through the point of deciding what's the be-all and end-all. How far am I religious? What's the time where I believe in science, and where's the time where I believe in God? And I'm trying to figure that out, because all throughout my childhood I have had my parents' belief system, or rather my mother's, because my father didn't raise me, which is a whole other topic, and something very psychological that I don't want to discuss, I guess. But my mother's belief system is very strong. She's a strong believer in God, in Christianity, and all of that stuff. And throughout my childhood, I've had her belief system, because that's what a child does, as I've said. So at the moment, I'm going through the process of kind of figuring out, and I'm just running away from A. Don't worry about A. They're gonna take it, or not. Don't worry about it. But I'm going through that at the moment, and I don't think that enough people have the opportunity to be able to explore their beliefs, their values, their opinions and views. Because society puts a burden on us from day one. They put the burden of belief on us. because you might not want to be religious, but you might be born into a religious family. We have no choice in the matter, and I feel that society does us wrong there. And basically that's it, to be honest. It isn't going to run over this video, because I've basically said all that I want to say, and your views and opinions are welcome. They always are. And I know I have quite a few flaws in my argument. I'm just going to get that out there. I have quite a few flaws, but it's something that I've thought on quite a lot, and I always, next time I'm drunk, I need to redo this argument, because I always argue better about this specific topic when I'm drunk. I don't know why, and I don't know whether that's good or bad, but it's just the way it is. It's life, and I can't change it or control it, and that annoys me in every area of the world. But I hope you did enjoy this video. I most certainly did. Please leave any thoughts you have down in the comment section below, and I will see you next time.